2001 Chevy Blazer. My heater core is going bad, 113,000 miles. So this is the first video before I tear out the dashboard, seats, center console, more than likely. That's what I read up on the internet. The whole dashboard's pretty much got to come out. So this is the first video. Takes more videos as I get it ripped apart. Alright, 2001 Chevy Blazer Xtreme. I'm trying to replace the heater core. So far, about 2.5 hours, this is what I got done. Torn out all these lower panels. Glove box panel, radio, heater. These panels that go around here. Back in here you can somewhat put this back on. Somewhat see the evaporator box where the heater core is. Right there, that's the main harness. This will be disconnected. Some of the lower stuff I got disconnected. Got module or computer right there. Steering column, instrument cluster. I'm not sure if that has got to come out yet. A bunch of bolts up here in the speaker they gotta take out. These upper panels. Take a look in the back. So far, this is what I got out of it. Different panels and stuff. So far, not really all that hard. Just making sure everything goes back properly, all the different bolts, nuts, and screws. But so this is part 2 of 2001 Chevy Blazer Xtreme. It doesn't matter if it's Xtreme, any 201 Blazer, 98 to 04 is the same thing. This is the process of taking out the dashboard to replace the heater core, which is only a $50 part. Yet, gotta spend all this time turning out the dash out. So anyways, look forward to part 3 when I get some more stuff removed. Well, here's part 3 of 2000 Chevy Blazer Xtreme heater core removal and installation process. Get the dashboard 100% disconnected, sitting on the front seats. Just a note for anybody that's going to do this. On this side, there's one bolt that holds in the fuse panel that has to come apart, so it comes off from the main harness. One harness right here that's got a bunch of thick electrical wires that's got to come apart. And also this little button right here that operates the door lights when they're open. Then on the other side, got the main wiring harness, which has got one bolt in the center that lets that free right there. And then of course your antenna wire for your radio, which wasn't really hard to disassemble. Just pulls right out of the dash or back in that location. Definitely got to take out the instrument cluster right out of the dash. And really there's only about, say, maybe 8 bolts that hold the whole core of the dash to the body. Getting ready to take off this front tire and disassemble the whole inner fender well, just to get to some bolts that I guess are down in the lower compartment there. There's the 2 heater core hoses that run in. I still haven't drained the coolant yet either. I gotta do that. So this is part 3 of the heater core removal process. And do another part 4, once I get this big heater box out, which is supposed to be one of the most challenging parts. Alright, that's it. Alright, the right front tire's off. Take out these bolts here for the inner fender well. Go all the way around, up and through here, down through here, few here, which I believe that supports the battery tray. This is probably on your AC evaporator box. Doesn't look so hard, so hopefully these things aren't rusted in. Alright, Chevy Blazer Xtreme 01. This is part of removing the heater core, the whole box. And from what I read up on the internet, a lot of people, there's two studs right here, as you can see by the header, just below it, up it, and they recommend on the inside cutting the two panels that connect to that, but I wasn't going to go through and cut anything. I have it rattling my dashboard right there, that nut, or that bolt in the center is one that comes out from the inside. So as far as the GM specs go, this is the way it comes out. Of course, the whole inner fender well had to come out. The worst part of taking inner fender well out was right here on this computer module, bolts in 3 different places, and 2 of the bolts I couldn't get anything to, so it probably took me a good half an hour to get 2 of those bolts out. There's the battery tray. Show you on the inside of where those bolts run through at. Right there's the box, of course, heater core box, HVAC box. There's those 2 studs run through the firewall, and that's where the 1 bolt comes out from the inside. This is just for the lower half of this. I'm not sure exactly about any of these upper bolts yet, but still working on it. At about a good 7 hours of this, but of course I'm just an amateur. Okay, make the next video once you get these top bolts out, show you guys where those are at. Alright, here's the final step. Heater core is already out. You have to remove that nut off that stud right there. Of course, your 2 heater core hoses, 1 nut right down there in the evaporator box for the air conditioning. I removed that one also right here. Not sure if that had to come out. And your last nut is right down in there, which is the most hardest nut bolt to get out. That was a real pain. In case you don't know, this is cut here for service. All I had to do was cut this rubber piece out and unbolt this piece of the air conditioning unit to get to that 1 bolt. So that's what's on the firewall side. Besides the 2 studs and 1 bolt that are down in there. Just one of the studs is still in there. Yeah, don't know the other one yet. Anyway, once you get this unit out of the car, heater core pretty much slides right out of the box. There's a cover on the top that holds it in with 2 bolts. I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera here, but here's the only thing that was wrong with it. With that, you see that 1 van right there, it's got orange leaking through. The only problem. So, it's the final step of the removal. What that box looks like. Take a look inside real quick. There's a nut, or the bolt that came out of that, right there. You can see right out through the engine compartment. Heater core hoses come through there. There's the 1 bolt that holds it, the 1 stud, and 2 studs, and one of the bolts that goes through there. So that's it, it's out. Obviously installation is just going to be in the reverse order. But this is it for 2001 Chevy Blazer Xtreme heater core removal process.